This radio program is PG-13. Parents strongly caution some material may be inappropriate for children under the age of 13.
The following program is sponsored by Michael W. Smith. The views expressed on the following program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership.
Phoenix. Brother Mike is back on the radio, HardcoreChristianity.com. Thanks for tuning into the program. May God richly bless you. Today's Bible study, Not Guilty by Reason of Insanity. Hey, will you call somebody and tell them the radio program's on? I'm ready to go. How about you? This is Brother Mike. I'm the professional counselor at the Arizona Deliverance Center. We're downtown in Phoenix. We're on 15th Avenue to south of Osborne Road. It's the red brick building. If you look on the website, you'll see all of our ministry services, HardcoreChristianity.com. You'll see I have a Sunday morning podcast at 9 o'clock. You will see that I have 3 Zoom services every week, Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. And you will see that we have Tuesday is Ladies' Night. Ladies' Night at 6:30 for Bible study and prayer. Hope you can give us a call, 602-636-5800. If you need to see a counselor, if you're a born-again Christian, you have no insurance and no money, there is no problem. I will put you on the counseling schedule. Just give me a call or send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. Did you read about this here not too long ago? Yeah, this happened, of course, a few months ago. This was about a murder that occurred in 2021. And the court case and the results of it finally came out. A New Jersey woman was at her apartment complex. She was married and had a 5-year-old daughter. And the neighbors heard her in her apartment arguing with someone very loudly. And her mother was home, but it was a it was supposedly a male she was arguing with. And her mother was home, and this girl or woman named Christy Alcazar went into the bedroom after grabbing a knife from the kitchen. This was in Penns Grove, New Jersey. She's 30 years old. She went into the bedroom, where her 5-month-old daughter was sleeping, and took a knife to her and stabbed her multiple times in the chest. And the reason she did it, she was trying to end the child's sins. And she figured if she murdered the child, her sinning would stop and that the Lord would be pleased because she stopped sinning. And what happened was the patient was taken to a mental institution, obviously. She was clearly what we call in Arizona an SMI, seriously mentally ill patient. And the state of New Jersey prosecuted her, but it was not a jury trial. It was a bench trial. That means, as you know, a bench trial is where you only have a judge. And what was interesting about this case, and it finally came out, there was a several-year delay in the trial. She was found not guilty by reason of insanity. A New Jersey judge issued the verdict in November 2025 after reviewing the evidence of her severe mental illness. She had gone through a couple of psychiatric evaluations, and the psychiatrist that testified at her trial testified that she knew the nature and quality of her actions. She knew that if she stabbed her daughter with a knife, that the daughter was going to die. She knew what she was doing when she stabbed her, and she knew what the results of stabbing would be. It would be death. But the psychiatrist testified, and the judge believed him. The judge believed him that she did not understand that her actions were wrong. This patient is obviously seriously mentally ill and either was suffering from a violent-based schizophrenia or some type of strange psychoses. They didn't say exactly what mental illness she had, and that she was going to spend the rest of her life in the State Psychiatric Hospital of New Jersey. After the bench trial, she was referred, obviously, for further evaluation and additional treatment. And they're trying to do additional evaluation on her to see if she would be a danger to society. Oh, you think? Yeah. And I think she would probably be a danger to society because her condition is not curable. Statistically speaking, in the general population of our society, 76% of patients who have mental illnesses who kill somebody had already been contacted and been in contact with the mental health system. 76%. 28% of the people who kill people, who are psychiatrically and mentally ill, who kill people, 28% of them had already been in a psychiatric hospital. You might recall many years ago in Texas, back in 2001, Andrea Yates went into the bathroom, put her 4 little kids in the tub, and drowned all of them. She drowned all 4 of her kids. You remember that? Her name was Andrea Yates. Well, the same situation happened there. She was found guilty, of course, and she went to prison for the rest of her life in a psychiatric care center. But she was found to be insane. The insanity defense worked. There was another case years ago of a couple of twins, Ursula and Sabina. There is a very rare mental illness out there that is shared by twins. If you have 2 twins, they can both have the same type of delusional beliefs at the same time. If they have the same genetic makeup. Identical twins are by far more likely to have it than paternal twins. And this disorder happened with Ursula and Sabina Eriksson many years ago, where one of them stabbed the other one while they were both having a psychiatric break at the same time. At the same time. What's really going on here? Okay. This is a situation where demons are let into the family tree somehow, some way. Could be generational, could be through the bloodline. It could be through family sin. It could also be through physical or sexual abuse. Demons enter the family tree and they go down the tree. Once demons get into a family tree, they stay in that tree. They don't leave that tree. They go down the tree, and their assignment is to destroy as many of the people in that tree as they possibly can. And once these demons go down the tree, they can hit children in the womb. They can hit them in childhood. They cause all kinds of horrible, horrible problems. And in some cases, the patients are so severely ill, like Alcazar. They're so sick mentally that these demons convince the person of delusions and hallucinations. And in this particular case with Alcazar, the demons told her, look, your baby is sinning. Your 5-year-old is now a sinner. They keep on sinning. God's going to send them to hell. God is very upset about this, and you got to get them to stop sinning so that God won't be mad at them anymore. So she picks up a kitchen knife and murders her. She murdered her own daughter, matricide. And so this is how powerful these demons are. They take over the brain. They put these thoughts in the mind that are literally insane. And in this particular case, the judge found her not guilty by reason of insanity. She had originally been indicted on first-degree murder charges, plus possessing a weapon and all kinds of other stuff. But what's actually happening here is these people are infected with spirits that take over the person's thought processes, just like it says in 2 Corinthians chapter 4. God controls people through their thoughts. He controls them through their minds. And once that control reaches a certain level, they can literally become insane or develop a serious mental illness. I've seen hundreds of people over the years cured from mental illness. In the secular world, where I came out of, I never saw anybody cured. I was a secular counselor for 25 years, never saw one person healed. I couldn't heal anybody. And when someone had a severe mental illness like borderline personality disorder, schizophrenia, severe psychosis, dissociative identity disorder, something like that, when I saw those clients that had those mental illnesses, I knew that they were never going to be well. It was an incurable disease. You know, it was stage 4 mental cancer. But now I know they can be healed. You can be healed. 602-636-5800. If you're listening to this program today and you have a relative, a loved one, someone you care about, and they are mentally ill, and they will receive Christ and they want help, you can bring them to the Arizona Deliverance Center for free counseling services. There's no charge. 602-636-5800. Send me an email, mike@hardcorechristianity.com. If you have a loved one or someone you care about who's mentally ill, I'm here to tell you, I know for a fact they can be cured. See you next time.
The views expressed on this program are those of the host and not necessarily those of staff, management, or ownership. This program was sponsored by Michael W. Smith.